Today in Jenny's kitchen, I am going to be cooking some cornmeal porridge. Okay, so let's get started. So here I have my pot with water, salt, and a cinnamon stick. And here is my cornmeal. And I am going to be using a can of coconut milk. Okay, I'll be using vanilla also, and some grated nutmeg. Okay, and I'll be using some sugar, and I'll be using some cornmeal. Okay, so here is the milk that I poured from the can, and I'll be mixing it with the cornmeal. Okay. The spices will go in after my porridge is, or the cornmeal is boiled, and I'll be boiling it for an hour to an hour and a half. Okay, because you want to make sure that the cornmeal is properly cooked. Okay, so you want to also make sure that you mix the cornmeal properly, that there are no lumps in here. And you can see it's good. And so now I am going to pour it into the pot. Okay, let me take off the pot cover. And this water already smells very nice with the cinnamon. Okay, so now I'm going to pour my cornmeal into the pot. And while I'm pouring in, I am mixing at the same time so I won't get any lumps from the cornmeal. Okay, and you have to mix with the water because it's still boiling, right? And I need some more water, so let me pour some water into this bowl to wash out whatever cornmeal is left in there. And I am now pouring it into the pot, still mixing. Okay, and I'll be mixing this until it comes to a boil again. If I don't do that, then I will get a lot of lumps in my cornmeal. So you want to mix, keep mixing until the cornmeal starts boiling again, like I just said. Okay, that way your porridge will be very smooth. Okay, and if this gets too thick after it comes to a boil again, then you can add a little more water. You don't want it to be runny, and at the same time you don't want it to be too thick. For you mothers out there, this is a very good cereal for your babies, toddlers, and even adults. You can have this for breakfast, even for lunch, or just about any time that you would love to have this. Bringing the fire up a little bit more so it can come to a boil much faster. nice and smooth. Absolutely no lumps. When I was a little girl and my grandparents cooked cornmeal porridge, I would never drink this. I never liked to drink it. I do not know why, but I would never ever try this cornmeal. I don't even know when I started drinking this cornmeal, but I remember when I had my first child, my neighbor told me that I should drink this. I should make cornmeal porridge and drink this because this will also help to heal my womb. And I know I've been drinking it since that time a whole lot and giving it to my children. Like I said, I don't remember when I started, if it was that time or it was before, not sure. But I've been loving cornmeal a lot. Now I am boiling cornmeal porridge for my grandkids when they come over, or when I know that they're coming. I make sure that I have cornmeal porridge for them. And of course, Kathy loves cornmeal porridge too. Okay, so now it's not bubbly, but it is ready to start cooking on its own. I wanted to wait until it starts bubbling so you could see, just in case you're not sure how this thing cooks. It has a nice consistency. It's not too thick and it's not too watery. Okay, so if you can see, there are some bubbles bubbling up all over. Okay, okay, so what I will do now, I don't want my cornmeal to burn or anything. I don't want it to have to dig the pot bottom when it's done. So I am going to put my flame on low fire, and I'm going to cover it and allow it to cook, like I said, for an hour to an hour and a half. Okay, so I'm giving it 60 minutes first. Okay, so we will come back short. Okay guys, so my cornmeal has been cooking for an hour and 25 minutes, and I'm going to turn off the fire now, and I am going to sweeten. So I am going to put in almost half of a teaspoon of nutmeg, fresh grated nutmeg. Okay, and I'm going to put in a teaspoon of vanilla. Okay, and remember, I'm sweetening to taste. I'm also going to put in some brown sugar, almost a cup. Okay, and I also have canned milk. Okay, I already cut a can of milk and I store it in this jar, so I'm going to be pouring some from this jar. I will not be putting a lot because I already have the coconut milk in there, as I had showed you earlier. Okay, so this canned milk here is just to give it a sweet taste, because this canned milk has lots of sugar also, and the coconut milk doesn't have any sugar in there, so I'm trying to sweeten to taste. Okay, so now I'm going to stir together everything. Okay, so when I am finished mixing everything together, I will taste, and if it need more sweetening, then I will put it in, even though I don't want it to be too sweet, but at the same time I would like it to have nice flavor. Okay. Okay, so I am going to taste. Okay, so I had an extra teaspoon of vanilla in there, and I feel like it has enough sugar, but I want to put a quarter cup of almond milk. Okay, here's the almond milk. Mixing it in. Okay, so I have it at the consistency that I would like it to be at. It's not too thick and it's not too watery. Okay, if you have your porridge very thick, and if you have leftovers and you have to put it in the fridge, just know it's gonna be very, very thick. So the consistency that it is at right now is very good. Okay, just in case you have to store some in the fridge. And here is my serving. Okay. This is my serving. Okay guys, so if you have not yet tried cornmeal porridge or know what it is like, you could try this method. I will just put the ingredients down in the description box, and of course there is no special amount. You will just cook what you would like to cook, the amount. Okay, so I hope you will try it, like I said, and like this video and share, subscribe, and also hit the notification bell if you have not yet done so, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you for watching.